FTX alleges that creditors who oppose the resumption of operations are actively promoting undisclosed motives. FTX rebuts the allegations pertaining to the lack of consultation with creditors regarding asset returns, asserting that such claims are unfounded. Additionally, FTX accuses the creditors of engaging in a power grab. Legal professionals contend that covert motivations held by members of the committee are fueling the demonstrations in opposition to the company's reorganization efforts. The insolvent exchange, which has been classified as an unsecured creditor in the BlockFi bankruptcy case, has expressed its objection to the reduction of its claims as outlined in the lender's proposed resolution. The FTX debtors have lodged allegations against a creditor panel, asserting that their actions constitute a power consolidation that disregards the interests of other entities involved in the bankruptcy estate. The individuals in question contest the claims that creditors were not involved in the process of optimizing asset returns from FTX. Furthermore, the legal representatives of FTX assert that the protest against the company's resumption is motivated by concealed ulterior motives. It is highlighted by the authors that the creditors had previously expressed their opposition towards the sale of FTX assets at a price lower than their face value. FTX expresses apprehension regarding the dearth of transparency pertaining to creditors. In order to generate increased returns for creditors, the FTX estate would be required to obtain authorization from the court to allocate its assets towards investments in treasuries. Nevertheless, it is worth noting that long-term treasuries, despite their potential for providing the highest returns, may have the drawback of reducing the liquidity of assets. FTX expressed apprehension in their counterargument regarding the intricate matter of mitigating the potential for market makers and dealers to unjustly capitalize on token sales. The dispute between FTX and its creditors commenced subsequent to the submission of a preliminary restructuring plan by FTX in the month of July. The proposed strategy aims to meet the requirements of creditors by means of conducting company operations, as opposed to a complete liquidation of assets. The exchange asserted that the lack of visibility of creditors has thus far impeded the company's efforts to restructure. The prioritization of secured creditors is a crucial aspect of the winding-up process of a bankruptcy estate. As per Section 507 of the United States Bankruptcy Code, priority is granted to preferred creditors in the context of liquidation proceedings. Government organizations such as the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, possess the legal authority to assert precedence over both secured and unsecured debtors. The Internal Revenue Service, IRS, has initiated the necessary legal procedures to establish its claim on FTX assets in advance of other creditors. In the previous year, BlockFi was granted a credit line by Sam Bankman-Fried, the former CEO of FTX. Following the bankruptcy filing of BlockFi in the previous year, FTX was classified as an unsecured creditor, signifying that it extended a loan without obtaining collateral that could be liquidated in the case of non-payment. FTX expressed its dissent at the devaluation of its claims within the BlockFi bankruptcy proceedings during the month of July. As per the estate administrators, BlockFi had inequitably consolidated its claim settlements under a hastily executed liquidation strategy. As per FTX, the strategy circumvented the necessity for judges to address unprecedented legal inquiries that will solely be elucidated during Bankman-Fried's trial in October. Do you have any comments or insights regarding FTX creditors or any other related matters? Please feel free to contact us via email or participate in the ongoing discussion on our Telegram channel. Our presence may also be seen on many social media platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, and X, Twitter. Bitcoin price forecast as BTC surges by 2% during a 24-hour period. Is it an opportune moment for investment? The recent increase in Bitcoin's price by 2% over a span of 24 hours has given rise to conjecture on its potential ramifications for investors. With the ongoing evolution of market dynamics, one is prompted to ponder whether the current boom in Bitcoin's value signifies a favorable juncture to contemplate its acquisition. Let us proceed to ascertain. Exploring the prospects of Bitcoin integration, insights from Michael Saylor. During a recent podcast interview, Michael Saylor, the Chief Executive Officer, CEO, of MicroStrategy, expounded upon his viewpoint regarding the increasing phenomenon of major corporations adopting and consolidating Bitcoin. Saylor underscored the inescapable nature of third-party and corporate participation inside the Bitcoin ecosystem. The speaker expressed that with the increasing integration of Bitcoin into society, there will be a proliferation of diverse applications, rendering a universally applicable strategy impractical. Saylor delineated three primary justifications for the necessity of caretakers inside the realm of Bitcoin. The user's text lacks the necessary academic tone and structure. It would be more appropriate to. The subject matter at hand pertains to the field of politics. The term natural refers to phenomena or entities that exist or occur in the world without. Saylor recognized, from a political perspective, that some political frameworks may require the dependence on third-party custodians. From a technical perspective, the individual acknowledged the involvement of third-party entities at Layer 3, such as Bank of America and Apple, in facilitating the operational aspects of mobile cryptocurrency transactions. Furthermore, Saylor underscored the notion that certain individuals, such as the elderly or those seeking to safeguard their assets for future generations, may deem it more prudent to delegate the management of their possessions to trusted others. According to Saylor, Bitcoin is expected to incorporate many integration strategies, with the market ultimately determining the most advantageous combination of custodial and self-sovereign ways. The speaker emphasized that there is no need to be apprehensive about the various integration options, as the dynamic nature of the Bitcoin industry will organically choose the most appropriate combination of integration methods. The topic of discussion pertains to the price of Bitcoin. Currently, the prevailing value of Bitcoin is $29,366. With a trading volume of $6.1 billion recorded within the previous 24-hour period. Bitcoin currently holds the highest rank on CoinMarketCap, with a live market value of $571 billion. The current circulating quantity of Bitcoin, BTC, amounts to 19,455,681 coins, with a maximum supply cap set at 21 million units. A forecast of Bitcoin's future value. The current level of support for Bitcoin, which is approximately $29,200, continues to exhibit stability, and there have been no alterations in its technical perspective. At present, Bitcoin, BTC, is exhibiting a neutral bias as it encounters difficulties in surpassing the $29,600 threshold within the 4-hour timeframe. In the event